They stepped from the small closet where the concealed entrance was located. No one was in the hallway. Jerome turned to Camry and said, "My AI has been compromised. I know it was due to my going into restricted areas, but it galls me that my personal AI would be altered without my notification. I am going to bring this up with committee member Jubal. It is his artificial intelligence system which is now screening everything going to Faraday." "Jerome, with Karen's death, I believe there are more important things to be discussing with the committee rather than your excursions into unauthorized parts of the dome. Perhaps you can just wait until the more important matters are settled." "You might be right, but I am angry. Camry, I was cut out of receiving those recordings. It is almost as if I have been excised from being an adventurer. Jubal is compromising my AI, and that compromises my ability to be an adventurer. I cannot change Karen's death, but I can confront Jubal about my AI and his behavior." "Jerome, when we go on missions, our personal AIs do not come along," Camry replied. "I understand you are upset. I am upset too. However, even if the committee took Winchell away from me, I would not be as upset as you are now about Faraday. Honestly, your anger seems misplaced. I am far more troubled that Karen died. And consider the horrors of what was happening in Dome 3. Those things bother me greatly." Jerome did not reply. He and Camry seldom argued, and so he pondered what she had said while he looked into her beautiful eyes. "Jerome, I can see this is very important to you. I could be wrong, but I am going to look for Paul and Jamie to see if there is anything I can do to help them. If you need to go see Jubal, I accept that, even if it is not the choice I would make. I do agree something unusual is happening. What with Jubal restricting your AI Faraday and that ghastly recording coming out in the manner it did, I would have expected a major briefing with all the adventurers gathered where we all saw that information together at the same time. Instead, we all, except for you apparently, got it individually. That is sneaky and strange and not at all within the established protocol. What has the committee been doing?" "Two selected, one elected," Jerome replied, quoting an idiom about the leadership on the committee. "I think I know where Jubal stands, but was it Lorna or Muriel who distributed the information about the Dome 3 mission and the manner in which it came out?" "I want to ask Jamie and Paul about that as well. It looks like the recording was distributed while they were both still in the decontamination process, so neither of them did it. Unless somehow they were able to do it from the decontamination chambers?" Camry rubbed her nose a bit and pursed her lips. "Both of them were traumatized severely. Jamie is headstrong, and Paul is moody, but... Winchell, is it possible for someone going through decontamination to send information from a data stick and distribute it to all the adventurers?" Camry's AI replied, "No, that is not possible. Under the current configuration, the decontamination chambers only allow for one access point for the information from a data stick to be transferred into the Dome 17 systems, and that is via non-physical contacts. The data stick itself is incinerated after the information is transferred, and that data stick never actually enters Dome 17 areas, as the transfer point is on the rim of the decontamination system. Therefore, no person within the decontamination chambers can alter that procedure. The information from the data stick is currently rendered into the filtering and analysis system, which is overseen by the committee. There is no other known way to transmit a message during decontamination." "What about before? Could a signal of some kind have come from the outside and carried that recording?" Camry pressed. "Not by any known system," Winchell replied. "What you suggest is theoretically possible, but I have no indications any system like that is operational at this time." "Thank you, Winchell. That is what I thought." Camry kissed Jerome on the cheek. "I am going to find Jamie and Paul. If you need my help with Jubal or any other committee member, I will be there for you. But first I seek them out to help. What a thing to experience." Jerome nodded as Camry walked away. He was angered, frustrated,